Alright guys, Jack here at JBF Music and Guitar Lessons. What we've got for you today is a really simple way to stop your playing or improvising from that kind of meandering, lost, unfocused way it tends to drift into when we're not paying enough attention or for whatever reason lines just aren't clicking. The trend to talk for 20 minutes and never really address the somewhat clickbait title just isn't really my bag. So in a nutshell, the idea is to repeat a small melodic idea but mess around with the timing. Alright, so just to keep things as basic as possible, I'm just going to use a kind of simple bluesy lick. So I'm up at the 17th fret on the E string, going to bend it up by a tone, back down to pitch, pull off to the 15th fret, still on the E string, 17 on the B, and that's our lick. Okay, that seems a bit too simple, deceptively so what can we do with that? I'm going to stick a little click track on and I'm just going to play that lick, and all I'm going to do is mess about with the timing. It'll be the same notes, but I'll just play them, stretch them out, shrink them down, and you'll start to see what I mean. And I know it's really tempting to just go into your muscle memory licks or the kind of licks you're working on. For the time being, really try and just focus on these three notes, and then we can go off into all sorts of fantastic voyages from there, alright? Right, so hopefully you kind of just stuck to doing the three notes there. What I'm going to do now is we're going to up the ante a little bit. So same three notes, but really focus on the note decorations. So, you know, things like hammers, or the kind of quick hammers, bending, vibrato. You can even kind of do multiple hits within the bend. Pull-offs, slides. All that kind of stuff that make playing a bit more vocal. But what we're going to do this time is I'll play a lick, then I'll wait, you play one back at me, and we'll do a kind of call and response jam kind of thing, okay? Yeah, so it's kind of all fair game at this point. You know, if you want to try and pick notes or add on like huge vibrato or whatever, it's all good. What we're going to do now is take this idea through the scale and we're going to start to make a bit more music from it, okay? So I'm going to just go with the E minor pentatonic, you know, every guitarist's favourite scale because it just sounds great. So this idea, we'll just take it down through the scale, alright? Then here what I'd probably be tempted to do is just bend here, up a semitone, or you can go a full tone if you want. There's loads of variations you could do, so we could bend that up by a minor third if we wanted. I just want to keep things kind of somewhat simple. So exactly the same principle as before, take that basic idea and just mess about with the timing. I'll give you a little vamp again and you can jam over it. So hopefully you have found that useful. I suppose the logic here is that when you have too many options, you get that option paralysis thing where you don't necessarily know what to do. And if you kind of limit yourself, really put the blinkers on, you have to focus on one thing and get as much as possible out from that. And I tend to find that's where kind of creativity or inspiration grows from. So if you are kind of struggling and it just doesn't feel like it's happening, I'd come back to this and at least use it as a kind of starting point to get your mojo working. And as a special treat for watching this far into the video, thanks so much for sticking around. I'm going to show you a lick that I was just noodling around and I came up with it, and then I realised I was applying this concept sort of unconsciously to it. So it is based around the one we've been doing, but it uses some chromatics and some out notes. So the first thing I'm doing is bending this note here by a semitone. So we're still targeting the same pitch, but rather than bending from here, it's from here. Then I'm just playing this note on this one. Then we're going to bend a semitone. So rather than targeting this note, the second time we're targeting that note. So then what I like to do is a pre-bend, release and back up on that 14th fret, so just going by a, 16th fret, so just going by a semitone. Down to the 15th fret, 17 on the B. So far you'd have something like. And then to finish it off, if you want a bit floaty, if you want something more standard. So first one, 14 to 15 on E, 15 down to 12 on the B, or same bend, and then using the harmonic minor, that 16th fret, just bending up a semitone to the 17th fret on the B. So I'll do some variations on the timing, and hopefully you'll come up with your own as well. Head over to Patreon if you want to show support for the channel, or if you just want access to tons of tabs from other lessons. More guitar tips and stuff, click on those videos, hit subscribe and enable all notifications to make sure you never miss out on new content. But cheers guys.